What's up, guys? Teddy Cornwell here. Today we have an absolute beast on the Underdog Talk, aka the Beast. But before we get in this interview, I have to give this legend a proper Underdog Talk introduction. Hailing from Curacao, today's guest is generally considered to be one of the greatest bodybuilders of the modern era, displaying a rare combination of massive size and excellent condition. The Arnold Sports Festival Australia, yeah, first place winner. The Dutch Beast, the Beast, and for whatever reason, the Samurai, Mr.Olympia Winklaar. What is up, sir? How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. I'm okay.
Do you mind if I refer to you this whole podcast as the Beast?
Yeah, it don't matter how you call me.
All right,
You
I
can
will be calling you the
have
Beast.
so much names for me. There's no
You
problem.
see, the Samurai one I had to put in there. I can't say I understand where that one came from. Have you ever heard anyone call you the Samurai?
Yeah, they call me the samurai because in that time when I start the bodybuilding, I have long hair and I take it like
Oh, a man bun. Okay. Okay.
my eyes like this, and that's why they call me samurai.
Wow, I that's an interesting nickname. And random question as well. You put a feet pic. Sorry, that sounded wrong. A shoe pic on your Instagram story, and I have to ask you, what size shoe are you, sir?
What size shoes I'm 10 and a half.
Okay, I was thinking bigger, but 10 and a half is still bigger than me, so okay. And enough shoe talk. We are 3 weeks post the 2022 Mr. O. What were your thoughts on this year's Mr. O, sir?
Yeah, I saw it directly. He was he was trying everybody, and he pop up. He pop up. I'm very happy for him. Um, like everybody fighting for to be Mr. Olympia. I know he trained very hard, and he deserves it.
He definitely does. Obviously, hats off to the champion, Hadi. And did you think the judges made the right placement on the top 10, or were there people in the top 10 that you didn't think should be in the correct place?
I think everybody. I think that the judging was good. Judging was good. Exactly the newcomer guys that showed that they can be in the top 10. Yes,
Mhm. And what was your reaction to obviously the champion Big Ramy not even getting in the top three? Was that a surprise to you?
I think it was for everybody a surprise.
Mhm.
And the guys, the newcomers guys that same big as Rami, the danger, and yeah, Rami was the bigger one, but condition not the best one. And I think that's why Hadi win it too.
I couldn't agree more on that. Now, obviously, you were not in this year's Mr. O due to an injury. Did that make you hungrier to come back to the sport that you love next year, sir?
It's after 13 years that I have to watch Mr. Olympia by myself. It was feeling bad. Um, I can say the angry, but it is an injury that I think I can come back. I try to do my best to just to train, but either that not go, and I hope only that I can come that I can train. This is the only thing that I want, but either that is still difficult for me. It's like 5 6 weeks ago that I do my operation. Um, I will do my best. I can say I, I give myself over to stop, but in this case now, I still not can train.
Wow. And I think my best example is Stephon Diggs when he lost in the championship to the Chiefs. There's a picture of him on the sideline watching the Chiefs celebrate, and it only made him hungrier. And I think for you, watching from that quote unquote sideline made you hungrier too. And now, obviously, any real bodybuilding, fan knows of the beast. Now I have to ask another $1 million question. Why bodybuilding? Why was bodybuilding something that you fell in love with? As bodybuilding was not your first love in the sports industry.
No, bodybuilding was not never uh, a sport that I even want because exactly every sport that I did it good. I do a lot of sports, and every sport what I did, I was successful. Um, Sport that I was doing that I won was successful was soccer, but you know, one of the million to choose, and I was not one in the million. That's why um, I decided to stay home. And one friend come pass by, and he take me to the gym, show me everything exactly, and I was growing fast, and either I was not the case to stand on the stage. That was not my thing exactly, and um, the first time I stand on the stage, I got more people that was produced me a lot of things, asking me a lot of things, and that motivated me to keep going on the stage, training. And how more time you're on the stage, how more time you want, how more you like it.
I mean, I wish I was like you. I was on stage once and it was not for me. And obviously you are one in a million in bodybuilding. And also, really people started knowing your name, starting knowing about the beast, you know, mainstream when Generation Iron came out, as obviously you were in it. We saw your ups and downs with grandma. What was it like being filmed in this documentary?
Now in a document, it was like not give up.
Hmm.
It's like I think if you want something, you can get it. If you walk your boat off, you still try, you can get it. That's why never give up. Keep your head up. That was a generation item for me. I was fighting for the qualification for Mr. Olympia.
And obviously, we did see that as fans. We did see you giving your all in the sport. I mean, your literal blood, sweat, and tears, Rooley. And obviously, we saw you go into the Mr. O with grandma and just put on amazing performance for everyone. And obviously, you were really one of the stars of Generation Iron. So thank you for me and everyone for being just amazing in it and really showing what bodybuilding is behind the scenes, off stage, because
Okay.
people think it's all guts and glory and flexing their muscles, but no one sees. We saw you eating this tremendous amount of food. We saw you just going through kind of hell, to be honest with you, and then just you fighting every second to be the best. And obviously, I have to ask this because as a fan of Generation Iron, I was always wondering, is grandma really that hard? Is she really that strict?
Yeah, she's strict. If she with you, she's strict.
Yeah, and I mean,
She look a nice girl, but she's not nice. She's strict. Like she can train your butt off.
yeah, yeah. And obviously, something about you is I had Lee Priest on the show, and I told him he had the biggest biceps and the best biceps of all time. Lee Priest, I'm sorry. I think this gentleman here has the best arms in bodybuilding history, measuring in at a whopping 24 inches. How the hell did you get such big arms? What's the secret, sir? Or what's the training that you do to honestly have the biggest arms in all of bodybuilding history?
Yeah, I think I have my arms. I think it is genetic. I have it for myself. I think because arms send things that I never focus on it. It's like you have other parts that's the weakness. I focus more and I think arms and tricep. You take every exercise that you take it with you. And it's growing with the other parts too. And that's the lucky I think what I have with the other parts.
And I wish I could have as big arms as you. Unfortunately, my genetics were not there for me. Now, I have a question for you. Obviously, you were born and raised in Curacao. Has the sport of bodybuilding become more and more popular in your homeland?
No, no,
Um,
no. I have where I live is a small island.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I I'm the first let me say the first that reach that in the bodybuilding. But in the people in the sport in Curacao, it's okay, but it's not like wow.
And, we had Patrick Johnson on this week, and he was saying the same thing about in Denmark, where they don't see bodybuilders as interesting or cool. They see them more as weird and almost bodybuilding as a taboo in a sense of it's not normal. It's kind of unusual. Uh, and I think America has done an amazing job of accepting and allowing bodybuilding to be a sport where it's praised, it's given that recognition, given that honor. Now, obviously, you had a tougher childhood than most. You really had a lot going against you, yet here you are considered one of the greatest to ever step on the stage. So, what was that moment that you finally got that IFBB pro card like after really going through everything you've gone through?
You know, I have a problem about that because I grow up in Netherlands. That's why they call me the Dutch. I born in Curacao, but I grow up in Netherlands, and um, I think if I born in Curacao was other things. I'm happy I'm born. I raised up in Netherlands, and um, my pro card I got on the Arnold Classic Ohio. Um, I was challenged myself to take a bigger show every time that I competing, and I never do a show that is smaller than the last one. That's why I challenge myself. I don't challenge with nobody. I just challenge by myself. It's an yeah.
You versus you kind of sport. It really is we kind of realize that with you that you want the best for yourself. You're not going to go in there and accept average from your condition. You're going to come in there at the best. And that is something we've always been able to see from you, improvement after improvement after improvement. I mean, each year it looks like you just come back bigger and better. And that's something where I've really been fascinated by you. And I think many consider you are one of the greatest because you improve each year. You work your ass off and improve each year, which a lot of people just come in the same conditions, same shape, but you're constantly evolving. And speaking of evolving, do you see the sport of bodybuilding going in the correct way? Because obviously you have been in the game so long. Do you see bodybuilding trending upwards?
Yeah, because when I was growing in the time, I can growing and growing and growing, but you have to remember everything is growing, and was a time that big was not count anymore. You can be bigger, but it's not in condition. There's two things. If you're big and not come in condition, you lose. If you come in condition, and that's what I do because I was growing every year, and we choose to come a little bit smaller than normal, and that year was successful for me, and that's why the 2018 was my best year.
Yeah, 2018. I mean, not only did you come in with the math, but as Sean Ray commented on, you came conditioned. You know, you were conditioned as a mass monster, which is what the judges like to see, and obviously the spectators love to see because that shows kind of the best of both worlds in a sense. Now, everyone wants to know, and you don't have to answer this. This is the $1 million question. Do you see yourself coming on stage again?
Wow, that is my dream to come back, but I can't answer that question because I'm busy with fighting with myself and my shoulder. What I have, um, I'm 1 week in the gym now to recover, like training with elastic, training with light things. Mm, I don't see myself come back. I hope to come back, but I can answer the question. I hope I wish I can answer this question, but I don't either know.
Yeah, and I think that's how life is sometimes. It's unpredictable. But as I've learned in bodybuilding, you can go to sleep at night, sir, because you have given it all to the sport. And we are thankful being able to see you for honestly, it feels like forever that you've been in this sport. And honestly, obviously, the world of bodybuilding would be way better with you, but I'm sure that you'll be always a part of it and spirited on the stage. But speedy recovery and may whatever fate has for you, sir, grant your wish. And I like to get my guests out of here by asking for their biggest tip for success. Obviously, so many young bodybuilders look up to you and look for your advice. So, what is your biggest tip, sir, for someone who is looking to compete in the sport of bodybuilding and get that IFBB Pro card?
Uh, just believe in yourself, and you have a couple times you have disappointed yourself because you lose, but don't give up. Um, exactly because I don't give up. That's why I reach the highest top what I can. Because I don't give up. Still, I don't. Still now, I'm no, I'm don't go make it, but still I don't give up. This for the young people too. And if you work hard, it will pay off. It's mindsetting. If you have a lot of things on your mind, you have to let it go so you can focus on the sport.
And ladies and gentlemen, I mean, you heard it all from one of the best, and you guys heard me, one of the best bodybuilders of all time, the Beast himself. Sir, it has been an honor and privilege. Now, before we get out of here, the floor is yours. Anything you want to plug, whether that be your coach, whether that be your social media handles, anything you're doing upcoming, the floor is yours, sir. Is there a Generation Iron 4 coming out? I'm just throwing stuff out here now. The floor is yours, big fella.
Again, sorry. Again.
I said the floor is yours. Is there anything you want to plug? Any codes we can use to support you? Your social
Oh,
media handles where we can find you?
yeah. I'm just starting with my YouTube channel, and I hope everybody subscribe and go there and see what I doing, how I can help other people training. I like to train people. I like to do my training, my inspiration, how I was feeling at best on with training. I know everybody want to train very hard, very heavy, but that's not the case. I know because my injury is coming because I was training heavy, but I was feeling nicer and fuller and better with lighter weight. I just want to show you my training program, how I feel to train and what you feel the different from all the training, what you did, and how you feel with the lightweight. For me, is it just contact the muscle.
Yeah. And what is that code that we can use to support you for those dope shoes that you were wearing? Say I want some and I want a discount on those shoes you were wearing. What is that code?
My code is Rider Wear Shoes. It's
Yeah.
Rider Wear Shoes. Use Roolly 10, then you can have discounts on it.
Okay. All right. So first person to use that discount, send me a screenshot. I will get you some special stuff out to you. I mean, the best shoes in the bodybuilding industry. I mean, if the
Exactly.
beast wears them, I mean, I might be starting to rock them in the gym too. I mean, sir, thank you from everyone and myself included for all you've done for the sport. I mean,
Thank
you are a legend. You are what us young aspiring people in the bodybuilding industry look up to as a inspiration, a class act, and most importantly, a model and hero. So from everyone, thank you, sir, for being such a class act. I mean, guys, check out Riderwear, drop that code. I mean, if you want to look like the beast, you got to get the good shoes. Let's just say it how it is. I mean, the one and only, the beast himself. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on his new YouTube channel. I mean, I don't even know what that. I like it. I love it, honestly. Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time, the beast. I mean, that's all I gotta say. Underdog,